80,000 square foot plant. All of everything that we have, all of our supplies are all under roof. That we don't have any important items that are out under weather. Any wood product, anything else is all stored inside or under overhead roofing
carports
outside. Yep. And you can get at it with forklifts.
Very impressive. Man, you've got a bunch of them on the assembly line. Good for you.
Yeah, it's starting to slow just a little bit this time of year, the end of July, first part of August. Kind of the dog days of summer when people are, this is where all the walls are built here. As you'll see some side walls here.
Oh, very nice.
These are side walls that you'll see. And if you look here, Rob, you can see the inside. This is what there's a header that goes in a 15.5 foot. You can see the girth of that piece of wood. These are the 2x2s, and all of them have their dadoed out. So we'll have, this is a 7-foot wall, yours is an 8-foot wall. This will have 3 belt line supports in it on an 8-foot wall like you have. There's 2 in a 7-foot. So we run a 1x, which you'll see over here on the unit. And it just makes this wall unbelievably strong.
Oh, very nice. I don't think I see that in a Coachman. Because when it gets dirty...
A lot of guys don't run belt lines. Well, do you have a laminated wall?
Yes.
And you won't have any in it.
Ah, okay.
Because they mostly foam. So
that's what I figured.
We run like house construction because the size of our units, if you think about a 22-foot trailer, you've seen a semi get down the road and the trailer looks like this. It's humped up in the middle, so when they load it, when our frames come in, they're built like this. They're pre-curved the other way. So when we set the weight of our trailer on it, our frame is level based on weight and size. So we start off with a level frame. But what happens is the big units, particularly fifth wheels with goosenecks, the frames flex.
Oh, okay.
If you take a rigid wall, I'm talking about a laminated wall, where everything's all glued together.
Right.
They don't move, but the frame's moving. So what's the wall going to do? So as this does this and starts to work on it, the laminated walls delaminate. My daughter-in-law's father's got a new RV fifth wheel. Just about a year old, already the walls are delaminating on it because it's a bigger unit. A 22-foot unit, 25-foot unit, small frame, pretty rigid, doesn't move much. The axles take it all. You get these bigger trailers, the frame is moving. It's going up and down. It's steel.
Wow.
The wood construction will move with. That's why houses are built out of wood.
Yep.
Same reason.
Wow. Just absolutely gorgeous to hear. Here come the lights. Wow. Oh, man. This place has gotten really large all of a sudden. Oh, good grief. Oh, you got, is this like a carny right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5 sets of stairs right there.
Those are air conditioners. You'll see the air conditioning holes above.
Yep.
But you see here, see where the triple belt line is?
The third belt line, 1, 2. Yep, I see the third belt line. Yep.
This one doesn't have it, and you can see it on the one through that hole, that door opening over there.
Yep.
When you go, we'll go over there. When you grab one of those and you get a hold of that structure, you can't believe how sturdy that is.
Yep.
You tie those 2x2s, because it's a 2x2 we start with, and by the time we put our interior and our outside wall, we're roughly around 3 inches overall.
Wow.
But this is the core. There's your 12-inch I-beam. Now these are on semi legs.
Yep.
Because they treat these a little different. These are hauled with semis. So
yeah, I can
see here. This is a floor system. This is a 2x4. These are 2x4s run longitudinally and end to end. And we have a duct machine that rolls this out from over here. Okay. That machine rolls a big coil stock, and we make one the full length. So you got heat in every room.
Wow.
Okay. Nice. House type. That's the difference between what we do at RBD and what the cookie cutters do. The cookie cutter companies build stuff that's designed for 2 to 3 weeks usage a year. It is not designed to be used every day.
Yep. And if it does, manhandling mine.
It does. They generally won't withstand the rigors of everyday usage. But because they're built to be very, very light, they're built to be real portable and used for a month. Our customers don't do that. 80% of our customers are full or nearly full-time RVers, so they want something that they can, it's got meat and potatoes in it, and that's what we start with. We're not big on parsley here. We're big on meat, the construction, okay? So there's your standard. This is a standard insulation.
Yep.
Which is a 3.5 inch of insulation. When we get double insulation, we put 7 inches in. We're not going to get a full 7 value inches because we're only in a 4-inch hole.
Okay. Yeah,
so when you compress it, you lose a little bit. But over and above that, if we put the R38, now you've got roughly, if you figure it, 14 plus 38, you're at 52 R value.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's huge.
Light it,
Then
match inside.
this is a monofilament underlining here, which has got woven fabric woven in it, so it won't rip and tear.
Yep.
Plus, yours unit has a fully enclosed underbelly.
Yep. That's an
which
important one to me.
which is made out of that roll stock over there, which is a plastic. We roll it out, and it goes from frame edge to frame edge. It's not on the outside edges here.
Okay.
Because we can't get it there.
Right.
But it's in the main belly portion of your unit where all your mechanics run. If you look in here and you see what's happening, all the insulation is up inside the unit, all your pipes.
Yep.
That is PEX style tubing.
So even if it does freeze, it's still going to be safe.
You're looking at the floor is going to go on top of this. And that flooring is right here. And this is double 5/8 tongue and groove plywood.
Oh,
decking.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow.
And so I think we just put, I'm not sure if we put double flooring in yours or single.
I'm not sure.
We didn't, because it isn't huge. If we get above the real large units, sometimes we'll put them in if they got huge open rooms. So, but this is a typical flooring. The flooring down there, once it's on, the wood's on, and below that underlayment there that's on the bottom, you'll see that there's racks of either carpet and or vinyl flooring. We pull those right out.
Yep. Wow.
These
Just
are
amazing.
These are holding tanks here.
Yep.
These go, this edge lays on the edge of your frame rail.
Okay.
The edge of the frame rail end to end, so these lay between the frames.
Oh, very nice.
Okay. So these are about 49 gallon a piece. So you have 49 gray, 49 black.
Yep. And you've got these other ones up here. What are these big ones right here?
They're the same thing. They're just stacked on top of each other. They're flipped up. Yep.
Yep. They're flipped. That's all.
Okay.
49 gallons. That's beautiful. Because right now all of my tanks are 40s.
Yeah.
So that extra 10 gallons makes it, or that extra 9 gallons is going to make a difference.
Yep. But we use we use regular household insulation. That makes a difference. And if you start looking at framing with our vehicles, our frames are so much heavier than the industry frames.
Yep.
We look at them and laugh. Some of them are actually bolt together frames on big units.
I believe it.
This is all steel I-beam. This particular trailer here is probably, this is a 12-inch, and this is probably a 16-pound per foot I-beam. The biggest we have available, we have a 19-pound, which we use from anything about 50, 49 and above. 19 pounds for every foot.
Wow.
There's 19 pounds of I-beam. It's the same height I-beam. It's just more girth.
Okay.
So it's a stiffer, stronger I-beam.
Yep. The engineers will know right off the bat why that's more important. But I mean, for the size of this one, we see it's a triple axle. That's at least 40 feet, right?
It's probably a
42.
It's probably a 42 or 44.
Yeah, I see the number 42 right over there.
Yep.
But wow, that's just
Detachable hitch. It's called a super frame, and the super frame term for us in our business here refers to the fact that it's got a full flat floor. Some RVs are built with the wheel wells up inside the unit, and that's a standard frame. That is that is not detachable. These frames come off on our travel trailers.
wow.
Obviously, here we're looking at a fifth wheel frame, so you can get a picture of here's a typical fifth wheel frame.
Yep. And this kind of looks like what mine started off.
Remember, here's that divider. It is. There's a wall right here, right along the edge of this.
Yep.
That's all storage. This is your mechanical room. There's your fresh water storage. There'll be a heater. This is a hot water heater here. A furnace will probably be on the other wall on the other side.
I saw the furnace on the other side there. Yep.
So then all the PEX tubing is all inside this, where your furnace areas are, where all the heat is. So and this is fully insulated in here. And when we start to build the unit, we start building it all the hot water pans. There's a pan for each hot water heater. If it's electric hot water heaters, they have a pan.
Yep.
So we build. You can see a kitchen lower base cabinet.
Yep. Just starting.
Yep. Just set on there.
Absolutely beautiful.
We run
Another
these
triple axle.
We run these in, and we run them sideways down this line. So we roll them sideways, we push them, and then they go on a straight line to go down the main line for the interiors. This is where all the meat and potatoes is of our building. There's about 6 stations across here, or 7 stations, where we start with a frame, flooring, carpet, vinyl flooring, insulation, and then we go to sidewalls here, so they start putting it in. So we get a much more efficient build, and we get better fit than trying to take cabinetry in through door openings, which we used to do.
Oh, okay.
But this plant, when we moved here about 4 years ago now, we were 23 years in another plant. And it was narrow and small because we built smaller stuff in those days. Our company has evolved into building. We're the big builder. Where everyone else quits at around 40, they're pretty much done.
Yep.
That's our average is 42. So that tells you we build a lot.
So I'm tiny. You're a little 40-footer there, Rob. Yeah.
We get in that 48. That's when we get into double floors because it helps structure the whole thing. All of them are set up so when they're built, they're all leveled up. So that when we get everything we're fitting, we know it's squared.
Yep. Yeah, I saw one of the photos that you sent to me, and I was like, yeah, he's got that level.
You can see them start to start to insulate now. We'll get over here. I'll show it a little better. As we look here, here's a kitchen.
Yep, and this is going to be a slide.
This is a slide room. Yep. This looks like about a 15.5-foot slide. And front, we call this a front corner kitchen. And this would be a self-contained unit. I can tell by the refrigerator cutout. It's not a house type.
Yep.
But we build a lot of crossbreeds here because people live in them. But they want some of the features of a self-contained unit, but not all the features.
Okay.
So where the cookie cutter, our friends that build the cookie cutters, they only build them one way.
Right.
Don't like it, don't buy it.
Yep.
So,
that's exactly why I'm here instead of there.
Here is a standard frame. Okay. With the wheels up inside the wheel wall, okay, up into the floor. So that means everything in this bathroom had to be raised up a little bit. Where that unit is a full flat floor in what we call super frame, where the frame and wheels and axles are all below the floor. So you've got full usage of your floor, 8.5 wide by the length of your unit. Yep. Wall to wall.
Wow.
Because if not, it raises washer and dryers up 6 inches. It raises everything up in there, makes them a little tighter. They don't have as big an opening for people to get that.
And 6 inches could be the difference between a short woman having an easy time and not having.
Absolutely, particularly if you have a 7-foot ceiling, because then you start running out of room quick.
Oh, yeah.
Now here's a good example. Here's what I was talking about, the triple belt rail. When you come up and you look at what you have here, when you get a hold of a unit like this, I mean, it is really, this wall system is extremely strong because of 3 1x2 belt rails. Do we intertwine that in the 2x2 vertical studs? The vertical studs are all on 16-inch centers, just like a house. The roof trusses are manufactured trusses. They're on 16-inch centers, just like a house. Wow. We double them wherever there's an air conditioner. We double them at the front, and we double them at the rear.
Yep, and we can see that right there. Wow, that is beautiful. And this is going to be a carnival, I think, right?
We do a lot of commercial stuff.
Yep. Carnival living area right here. He calls it commercial, I call it carnival, but we mean the same thing. These people are in a business, and they need good stuff.
And I use this every day.
Oh my goodness, I see how this works now. Oh my goodness.
This is a Z bunk in.
Wow.
The beds go this way, so there's a bed on top from this side. There's another door, so each person has their own room.
Yep.
They're very small rooms, but they're sleeping rooms.
Yep.
They're not.
No, they're workers.
There's a closet in it.
And this could be an engineering site. This could be a carnival. This could be a disaster site. People coming out to work on stuff.
Absolutely. You just need a place to stay.
I just need a place.
Portable, mobile.
Yep.
Here's another probably 15.5 foot living room slide.
Yep. And they've
Either
got
13.5 or 15.5. This one has I can tell by the look of the opening, it's set up for house type refrigerator.
Okay.
So it's probably a self-contained travel trailer with
a large
refrigerator, house type refrigerator.
Yep. Very impressive. Very impressive. Terry, I am just stunned by what you've shown me so far, and we haven't even gotten to the end yet.
And this is an aluminum exterior, which we do both aluminum and gel coat. You can see that big long trailer. The gel coat sheets come in at 4 foot in width by the full length of the trailer. If it's a 40 foot, it's a 40 foot piece of gel coat.
Wow.
And there's 2 sections. And that big machine up there on the ceiling with the suction cups on it, that picks those up and brings them up, holds them up in the sidewall, because we'll run glue on every vertical stud, and then we screw on the seam. We'll have one center seam, which you'll see down here in another unit.
Okay.
There'll be one center cap seam, and there's on yours, because that means we can pull that cap off if you ever had a major issue on a side with collision or someone damaged your trailer for whatever reason. You can replace it. Now, the other part is you can fix it anywhere. Okay. Anybody that does glass work can do a repair.
Oh, very nice.
If it's a minor scratch, you know,
but here we've got aluminum.
Tree drops. Aluminum, and aluminum is lighter weight. It is less money, probably $4,000 to $5,000 less a unit average. Yep. But it doesn't have the durability.
Yep. And you and I had talked about durability. I intend on living in mine for at least 10 years. And so I went with that extra expense. And
absolutely.
I am glad that I did.
Huge difference as far as how long it will last. There's a typical, that is a non-detachable frame. Those wheel wells are actually coming up inside. Yep. So they will lose floor space inside there, somewhere in their bathroom or in their shower area.
But that's not a compromise to them. They're
no,
building
they
a
want
custom.
it lower because they're going to haul it often.
Ah, there we go.
For someone that does, because they're lower, lighter. We have a bigger frame for the other unit with the detachable tongues, but those are for people that may stay extended stays at longer time periods.
I see.
We'll come back and get the lights.
That finally makes sense now.
We'll turn them back on. You can see the gel coat cap. That's the difference between a fiberglass unit. That's a full gel coat, one-piece rear cap. That's where the longevity comes in.
Yep. That is gorgeous looking there, Terry.
Over here, and I'll show you. These are manufactured roof trusses here. And these are the roof trusses.
Those look like what I built with my house 2.0. Yeah.
They're on 16-inch centers. You're looking at a roof upside down with the ceiling panels finished right next door here. That's exactly what this is. This is a roof.
That's the upside down roof.
Panels.
That's huge.
Okay, that's a roof.
Wow.
And it'll get picked up by this crane overhead.
Okay.
All the workers have cranes to get up so they can work at the top. You can see the roof trusses above that unit right there. You see this one, this fifth wheel right here?
Yep.
See the bowed roof truss?
Wow.
So those are on 16-inch centers and doubled at the front, doubled at the rear, doubled where any air conditioners go. If there are 3 air conditioners, there'll be 2 on each side of the air conditioner, each set of air conditioners.
Wow. Which is what I've got.
What you got.
Very nice. Whole roofs being built. This is just amazing. I'll bet you guys are happy that you came into this big facility.
Yeah, this was really this was a mobile home plant at one time.
Okay.
But
53-foot mobile homes and.
If you kind of think about it, we're probably, there's a front end cap. There's your vinyl. There's a steel roof for galvanized steel. On your unit will have, I'm sure we went with a 3/8 OSB sheeting in the rubber roof.
I believe so, yes.
I'll pull it, but if they go with a galvanized steel roof, that's it. There's the R38 foil wrap that goes up underneath that roofing.
Okay.
That keeps the heat in the winter, out, keeps the heat out in the summer.
Yep. That's exactly what I want.
Reflects it.
And I see you've got a monster hitch right here. What's going on with this? Is that a fifth?
Trail air ride hitch. This has got a boot, a Firestone boot in it right here.
Yep.
And you can adjust that, and it takes the shock out of the truck. These units like this that are 54 foot or 52 foot, there's a lot of tongue weight on it.
Yep.
So they're running minimum of a 1-ton dual rear wheel truck with this.
Right.
Some of these will run with light semis, an international, light duty international.
Yep.
But if they run them with a 1-ton, they'll take and put this hitch adapter on. We mount it on here. They're available. They're about $975, but they do take the shock out of the truck.
Yep.
If for people that are hauling all the time, I didn't bring it up to you as an option because you're going to leave yours for extended time periods. You're
That's
not going to
correct.
haul it that often.
And
it's another $1,000 is what I'm
Yep.
just telling you, and I don't think it's something you needed with a 40-footer.
And
with
that's
a
good.
48-foot, you get this jerking
Yep.
on your truck.
Yeah.
It's as much stress on the unit as it is on your truck. So we pretty much push our customer into buying some type of an air ride system for the large units that are 18. Some of these are 22,000 pounds.
Oh man,
Big rigs. They're full. They're full of everything.
Yep. And I see you've got the
Semi legs.
the semi legs there. Yep.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Here's a unit we're building. This is one of my customers. This is a customer of mine in England. This is a makeup trailer for the movie industry.
Oh wow,
Okay.
that's impressive. So yeah, you could have Burt Reynolds or Burt Lancaster or Burt's Bees in here.
This will have storage out here and a slide out this open areas, but you're looking at workstations right now. And this is all set up with European wiring because these are going to England.
Okay.
This actually is going to Ireland, the Ireland Film Services.
Oh wow.
And this will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 makeup stations. Every day when they go to shoot a movie set, they have to go in and have their makeup done. They take pictures of them the first day. And it goes up on that wall underneath the cabinet.
Yep.
And you see you've got double where all their blow dryers and heaters and so on can plug in, so there's lots of plug-in space.
Yep.
But they have to make sure that for continuity fact that they look the same each day, because they may take 2 weeks to shoot one scene. And so they got to make sure that the makeup is identical.
Yep.
So hair and makeup is a real big deal in the movie industry.
Yeah, that's impressive. That
So
really
we build
is.
units. We have over 400 of these throughout Europe.
400.
And different types too. Units, we build what we call 2-way and 3-way and 4-way units that are they're basically little module rooms for these people to have when they're not filming, they can go and relax in air conditioning and they don't, a lot of them don't stay in them, but we built 10 $120,000 units for the Avenger series movies where there were 10 major stars in it. We built 10 big fifth wheels that went over.
Wow.
And there was one person in a 54-foot fifth wheel.
Wow. I'm glad to know that I bought from the place that's supplying the Avengers. That's beautiful. And now we've got the slides in.
This is kind of a crossbreed again with a cap on the rear of an aluminum sided unit. Somebody wanted the caps for appearance wise. Okay.
Oh, and this is a nice size unit too. 3 axles. Yeah.
Fifth wheel.
Wow.
Different slide outs. Slide units with aluminum exterior.
And this is the heater right here?
That's a furnace.
That's the furnace. Yep. Wow.
Without the cover. Yep. There's your
Looking great.
these are your 2 vents here. Intake and exhaust.
Very nice. Now, why on this side? Why not on the other side? I've seen a lot of them.
Well,
mine on
it depends on the floor plan.
Okay.
If it's a cookie cutter company, they'll maybe all on the same side because everything they build is the same basic plan, only you just stretch it out and make it bigger or smaller.
Yep.
But we build custom floor plans, so we've got to find out where it fits. This is where cabinets are all built in this area. Right behind that yellow thing, there's a $500,000 machine that builds our cabinets.
Wow. Yeah, you're not taking it lightly
From
here.
over here. This machine right here builds all these cabinets, it takes a piece of flat stock and cuts that joint. So when they join together, they're glued and fastened together. So these are all the scraps that we use, but these are all pieces that'll go together. This is a 10-inch piece for a 10-inch door, so that the two ends will fit in. There's a male, female end, and they're glued and screwed.
Very nice.
So and then we have all different cabinets. We have some solid cabinets. This is the AccuSystem, which cuts all these, makes all these cuts for us. But like I say, it was a $500,000 machine that.
Yeah, I can see the computer screen right there.
Yeah, it's all computerized.
So, CNC.
Yep.
And this is just gorgeous.
This is the final stage and line, and we for any shortages or any repairs are the next two over here. We bring them out, back them back in, and go to work on them. And there's again another aluminum unit, which we have a lot of people that just want to buy as inexpensive units they can, save every bit of money. So
Yeah, I was looking for a little bit more long-term.
yeah, that's yours. Good to get.
And here's mine.
Now you can
And
see it with the light
now
on.
we can finally see it with a little bit more light on. Let me back up a little bit here. And we're talking about basically a...
I can get some good pictures once it's outside for you.
oh, yeah.
But you've got a fly that's following like crazy.
He loves me. So we've got this Bay Windows series, and I absolutely love this. And again, for the folks, there's a desk right here, because basically I'm a tech writer. I live full-time in my RV, and I'll be able to look out, and when I go, and I can actually go anywhere and do my tech writing. But the key here is that I can open up my windows and I can throw Cheetos at the ducks. And then they come up and they go, oh, he's throwing Cheetos at us. But it's absolutely, this is gorgeous right
This
here.
is all gel coat here too.
Yep, all gel
This is all gel coat. We do put an aluminum band around the whole bottom of the units. The bottom 12 to 15 inches depending on the style of unit.
Yep, wait, let me
Because
go.
we're going to be taking-
There we go.
We call this the crash zone because this is where most posts and so on are. If someone damages their unit, it's done in the aluminum section of it. This is where the gel coat fiberglass starts. Remember I was talking about a 4-foot sheet?
Yep.
This 4-foot panel goes the full length of this unit.
And then you can just go ahead and pull that off.
This is real fiberglass. This is like a boat hull.
Yep.
It's glued on 16-inch centers to the studs behind it, and then it is fastened along every 16 inches here with a cap. It's sealed.
Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. Now,
You
what
can
was
see where they're doing some spot repair on it because there
Yep.
was a flaw in the fiberglass. When you get a sheet that's 40 feet long, there may be a spot, and so we go and we have a guy right in house. He does it all in houses. But that's what can be done anywhere. If a tree branch would fall and hit it and scratch it, you can fix it.
Yep.
If you get aluminum, you can't.
Yeah.
You got an aluminum sided unit. You got to start from the bottom and take everything off all the way up. If its top piece is done, you got to take the whole side off because they're interlapping.
Oh, okay.
They lock. You got a lock seal on them, a lock joint, I should say.
Wow.
So that's
So-
a big
So,
disadvantage.
in case I get hit or by something like
Yep.
that, or I get stupid, I got this right here,
Yep.
and then I can have this
And this
replaced.
is a ABS plastic, same thing. So if you catch something, you get it, you can ship these easily.
Okay.
It's very, very difficult to ship 40-foot pieces of fiberglass and very expensive. The freight will be way more than the cost of the goods.
Yeah, I can imagine. And just drive it up here and sit around for a couple of days and wait.
This material that you see here, this is Phylon.
Okay.
That's the material that I said to people that build. This is a laminated door. This is how the majority of the RV industry builds their unit. A laminated door, it's a piece of foam. It's got a piece of very, very thin fiberglass.
That's what I've got on mine.
It's
Okay.
glued to that, and then on the inside is either paneling and or whatever interior finish. This particular door has got a metal finish on the inside the screen.
Yep.
But if you look at this, you could see all the swirls. You can't match that. If this gets damaged, there's no way to match it. You got to replace the door.
Okay.
And if this was the side, that means you got to replace a whole side piece.
Ooh.
That means take it to the plant, take all the cabinetry out of the inside, jack up the roof, take the side wall out, and replace it.
Whoa.
It's horrendous. For people that make these their homes, we don't want them to do that. We want to be able to service them and fix them if they would have an issue where whatever happens, whether it's a collision, whether it's somebody cut a corner a little close, whether it's a tree that falls on them from a campground out of a broken limb.
Yep.
If it comes down and hits it, you can fix this.
Yep.
From the inside or the outside.
Oh man, that's gorgeous.
So
I love
it's
that
practical.
kind of thought.
It's practical. That's what it is. The other one's fast. It's less expensive to run a laminated wall because it comes in all done. Our group next door to us, their wall comes in with the stripes and everything on it.
Oh wow! So they just piece it together.
They're assemblers. We're builders.
Yep.
There's a difference. We're custom builders.
Wow. I am so happy that I came here. I am so happy that I came here. Whoops. Stupid me. Terry, this is spectacular. Let's turn off the lights.
I'll let you wait here because no sense two of us walking in the dark.
Yep.